What's going on, guys? Roger here, QVO Tactical. Today we are out on the range with a gun that looks very familiar, but it's got a few upgrades. Today we're shooting the new Kimber KDS9c, but now with the rail. All right, guys, out on the range, first rounds through the new Kimber KDS9c with the rail. I think it's very cool. I want to say this now. When a company listens to their customer base and says, hey, on the original KDS9c, a lot of us were hoping for an ambidextrous safety and a light rail. Well, 6 months later, boom, it's out. So I'm gonna get the first rounds through here, shooting some 124 9mm, and let's see how it goes. Sorry about the other noise you're hearing. There's other people out here on this Wednesday shooting near us, but it is what it is. Here we go. I ride my gun really high, so I push down that slide stop. That's why it doesn't lock back. But I mean, gun feels good. It is a lighter weight double stack 1911, so definitely noticing the recoil. However, it returns to zero nicely, and I mean, not a very super fast cadence, but not slow by any means. And even with that line breaker, I'm all clean 18 rounds. That's the other thing. This one now comes with extended base pad of 18 rounds, and you get 3 mags. So 2 15 rounders, 1 18 rounder, and 10 yards out, first rounds. I was holding here, so it is holding, it's shooting high. So we'll get it zeroed up here with the RMR on there. But yeah, I'm gonna have Landon do his rounds now, see what he thinks. All right, Landon, KDS, so you really like the original KDS9c.
I do, man. I actually really like the gun, and I'm so happy that they finally did a light rail model. They're really responsive about it. Ambi safety, you brought that up, which is something I feel like it needs. We have them in the shop. That was already something people were talking about, and I do like how the gun shoots, so let's see how this one does. Oh, trigger freeze.
It looked way flatter for you on the side over here.
Yeah, so that trigger is really good. The group that we printed out was nice too. If I'm shouting, it's because I have these over ears on. I mean, when I said trigger is really nice, I'm talking it is a clean break. A little bit of trigger freeze. I'm still getting used to this after shooting something else we were just reviewing, but man, that thing tracks right back to on that zone where you're looking, and I didn't lose a dot at any point, even though RMRs have a smaller viewing window, I've noticed, like compared to some of the other ones on the market.
Right.
But still could track the dot the whole time, and with that light on the front end, I mean, it's got a light, so it's lower.
I'm like racking my brain right now. You probably have a better answer for this. What other 1911 double stack, like a true 1911, so not a polymer grip module, like a full frame, metal frame double stack, is there one on the market?
I mean, Wilson, you know.
Oh, gotcha.
Their carry or whatever it was, but man, we're talking that gun's probably 3K retail. Like that's, and in my opinion, so I have shot the Wilson. It was only 5 rounds. Comparable in my opinion, and maybe I'm not good enough to tell the difference. That's what I always tell people.
Yeah, I haven't shot any Wilson stuff. Yeah, maybe one day we'll get on the channel here, but I'm just like, man, like there's a bunch. Don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of double stack 1911, 2011, but it's all like a polymer grip module with like a chassis frame. Versus this is the full grip. Everything is all one piece and being double stack and made for concealed carry.
Correct. Yeah.
So
even though it is an all metal gun, that thing probably weighs almost as much as a Glock 19 in my opinion. Like the weight is very relative. I wouldn't notice it or complain about it if I had to carry that.
Yeah, it's on the lightweight side for all metal guns, guys.
For sure.
So that's where that recoil is coming from. But at the same time, like you're still putting rounds exactly where you want, like exactly where you want.
The dot is where the bullet's going.
I will take the lightweight comfort of carrying it concealed and still having this accuracy all day long.
And having a trigger like that on a carry gun is freaky. That's like unheard of previously, you know. But
all right, let's do some build drills.
Yep.
All right, guys, we already got the dot zeroed, so we're gonna jump right into our favorite drill, the build drills. Let's see how we do 7 yards out from concealment with the Kimber KDS9c with the rail. Had a little hesitation with my grip there. What was the time, Gil?
2.51.
251. All clean, 1 Charlie. 5 Alpha, 1 Charlie. Let me mark this guy up. And let's see if I can do better than a 2-5-1 from concealment. My first shot was high, just outside. That's a 197 though. 197, first shot 114, best split 15. My first shot was here. I saw that guy. But everything else was alpha. So again, 1 Charlie, 5 Alpha. I'm gonna go one more time. I got my sub 2 second, but it wasn't as clean as I wanted. Don't get me wrong, guys. Upper chest, neck shot's gonna be great in real life. But for the drill, we want it just a little lower in that A zone.
Stand by.
Oh my God, that would have been so great if I didn't trigger freeze. Man! 182 for 5 shots. And those were all, nope, I got one up here. So, all right. Previous one was with a 1.8 or 1.9 or something like that.
Yeah, 192 or something.
So I'll take that one. All right, that's what you got to beat, Landon. You're only allowed 1 Charlie.
Now I'm pulling way too hard on that trigger. Trigger's super light. I am over there just like, but
2.6. Best split was an 18. First shot was a 137. 1 head box. Everything else clean.
But you know what's great, people at home? We can only get better from here, right?
Let's go.
It's not like we're gonna throw
Let's
it all
go.
down the next run.
You like those doubles? It's all the matches you shoot.
Just training doubles, people.
Best split was a 17. First shot was a 152. Oop, 2 and Charlie that time.
And we did say no Charlies today. Wait, was that better? No, that was worse.
Woo, you started picking it up. You got a 14. You got the splits down to a 14. 255.
255. Man, I love the right side of that target for some reason.
255, 1 Charlie.
We got better.
Yeah.
The gun can definitely do it
Look,
though.
we all want sub 2 second, but you gotta admit too, shooting 6 rounds from concealment 7 yards out with almost all alpha at 255 is still pretty dang good.
I love it. I think the main thing for me is I don't want to make the gun look bad because the gun can definitely deliver, especially with this trigger. I just sometimes I just suck sometimes, you know? But still good hits. We're still hitting the target. We're still making it happen. But the gun can definitely deliver. I don't want anybody to get that mistaken.
All right, Landon, break down the trigger for us. Go for it, bud.
A little bit of prep to the wall, but man, clean break, short reset, super predictable. I mean, there's not much you can ask for on a carry gun, honestly. This is kind of the crown jewel for carry gun triggers. You got a 2011 trigger in a gun that weighs about, you know, whatever else carry gun might be out there with a metal frame, your Legion 365s, stuff like that. But again, that's all you could ask for on a carry gun.
All right, guys, we are back at
60 on the dot.
So we're 60 yards out. We're gonna see how well we can hit some C-zone steel with this, I believe it's 4 1/4 inch. So commander length. Kimber KDS9c with the rail and the ambi safety. Here we go. Whoop. Come on, it's shooting high. There we go. So you're gonna need a new mag. There you go. I was aiming like at the very bottom of the target to hit.
Very bottom?
Yep. Hey. Nice. Landing, first try.
One shot Larry.
If we're aiming that low at 60, 100, we're gonna be like,
yeah,
aim at the bottom of the target.
We're gonna see what happens.
Where are we at, Landon?
89.
89, so 90 yards. See how we're hitting. I'm gonna aim it low at the targets. Here we go.
There we go.
Almost the same place. Almost the same place.
Right, but I just want to say this is far for a handgun, by the way.
Yeah, I would never be taking the shot in real life, but it's like
it's just what the handgun's
establishing confidence with it. Like,
For sure.
if I'm hitting at 90 consistently, I'm not going to be stressed out about 25 and in.
Or even 7 yards.
Yeah.
Not even. I just want to say for people at home, like if you were actually, because you say it casually, that's the point I'm trying to make. Like you said, all right, we're at 90 yards. That's far. 90 yards on that C-zone steel is, I'm just trying to buy myself time right now. Oh. Oh, really high. Hey.
There you go.
We made it happen.
Nice. Nice.
It's definitely tracking a little high.
So let's stay here at 90. I just want to see how many shots consistently we're getting. That was low now. I guess I'd have to hit to get consistency first. There we go. 2, 3.
Once you know the hold,
3 in a row.
Yeah.
I got a mag in here somewhere. Here, let's take that empty one. We'll give you that empty one. We'll eventually get to the loaded one. Here we go. One. All right, I got 3 in a row. Take a few tries.
We're starting to throw it away here. Well, we ended it on a good round.
There you go.
Thank God. Once you know the hold, like
Yeah.
at this distance, it's definitely capable. I'm just kind of trying to figure out where those impacts are going. I mean, I could definitely see them going over the top of the head.
And guys, like if you go on the range, definitely, I mean, we're out here, yes, we're having fun, but at the same time, I do use this to, again, like for me, if I can take that shot out here, I got 3 in a row, which I'm happy about. It just gives me more confidence in the gun for like carry purposes. Like this gun feels great concealed. The weight is great. The fact that it's all metal and it's not as heavy as you think it would be. And then bringing the rail and the ambi safety to it, everything I could want. I only got one more gripe, and it's just with the backup irons. So I wish the plate just came with irons that were already suppressor height for your optic. But we'll talk about that down in the final stuff. All right, guys, here are your specs on the new Kimber KDS9c Rail. The new Kimber KDS9c Rail is their latest offering in their handgun lineup. This new hammer-fired double-stacked 9mm is made from 7075 aluminum with a very ergonomically friendly design. The gun also features a reversible magazine release, allowing for left-handed shooters to switch it over. Being an all-metal gun, it has a total weight of 30 ounces. This model sent to us by Kimber features their dark gray and black finish. The barrel length is just over 4 inches with a 30-degree flush cut deep crowning and a 1 in 10 twist. The KDS9c Rail model utilizes optic plates for standard footprints in the handgun optic market. We are utilizing the Trijicon RMR footprint. The trigger has about a 4-pound pull, and the gun comes with a 15-round magazine as well as an 18-round magazine utilizing a metal base plate. Distinguishing features of this new model from its predecessor is the ambidextrous safety, which is very tactile, as well as the Picatinny light rail, allowing for weapon lights like this TLR7A. In this current configuration, it makes for a very ideal concealed carry setup, especially when using this QVO Tactical inside the waistband more discreet holster. This holster features multiple points of adjustable retention, a large single adjustable belt clip that allows you to cant the holster at any angle you choose, and lastly, a metal wing which pushes up against your belt line to reduce printing of the grip. All right, guys, range session's over. We only did about 250 to 300 rounds to the gun because we shot the KDS9c in a previous video, guys. Definitely check that one out if you haven't seen that one. Very similar. I mean, honestly, the only differences were the ambi safety and the rail with the light. But I will say this, having the weapon light out there definitely gives it more weight up front. That way it's gonna help with the recoil mitigation, especially being a lighter weight carry gun. But yeah, it does feel very similar to like my metal Icarus 365 build in regards to the weight, which I'm talking about that because of the comfort when I'm carrying daily on my waistline. So this does feel comfortable in the waistband. You guys are seeing the holster in the B-roll with the specs. That was our QVO Tactical more discreet holster. So running it with the carry size weapon light, you know, I know a lot of guys like to carry the X300 for the standoff. Oh, yeah. So if you were to run that with our thumb cliff, I mean,
That's the magic
that'd be pretty ideal. I'm digging the ambi safeties. They feel good. Audible, tactile. They have like they got a stiffness to it that I like. I don't like ones that are kind of mushy or you don't hear it.
Yeah, but it's a clean break when you go. Yeah, it's intentional.
So trigger feels great. Landon was doing the up close stuff there.
Yeah, really good.
I mean, I guess my only gripe, I would say, just with the sights and the optic plate, I'll probably switch back to the smaller optic footprint, like the EPS carry.
Yeah.
That way, the standard carrying irons witness with it.
Oh, they will?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so. So that was my only gripe. I just wish that if they're going to make an RMR plate, make the irons. I mean, they do have suppressor right side irons that you can put in there. But honestly, man, I hate doing the front dovetail irons.
Nobody likes it.
They're a
But
pain.
yeah, if you're coming out with a gun that's got an optics plate, and majority of your customers are going to put an optic on it, I feel like that should be an option or a SKU out of the box instead of having to punch out dovetail sights. I can't tell you how many times people go at these with steel punches thinking, let me just swap it out real quick. Not a quick job, and sometimes they need to be fitted.
Right.
But yeah, if they could do that, I think that would definitely.
I'm also liking that they're including this metal base plate that gives you +3, so you get 18 rounds total. That's an ideal carry setup, man. I'm liking it. Like, again, I would just switch out the optic to one that's going to co-witness with the irons, and then to me, like, we didn't have any malfunctions on the range. Again, we only did like under 300 rounds through it, but hitting shots all the way out at 90. The bill drills.
I did not make the gun look all that great on my bill drills today, but the previous videos, I mean, I think you hear this a lot, but like shoots like a full-size gun, right? And this is one of those guns. With the light, sure, that definitely helps, but it shoots like a full-size gun, meaning that thing can deliver on accuracy and rapid fire. Because the trigger that this gun has is, I mean, if you guys ever come to the shop and dry fire it, you'll see what I mean. Not a lot of carry guns have a trigger that good in them, you know?
I got a question for you. So I'm noticing and seeing the front end here, the aggressive crowning. So what does that do?
So that's gonna cause like even dispersion of the gas at the muzzle. This is the last portion on the crown that bullet's gonna touch. That is super important to your overall accuracy on target. And the gun can definitely...
So why at 90 yards we were hitting, okay.
Oh yeah, it can definitely deliver. I mean, if this surface here is uneven in any way and not precision machined, you're never gonna get good quality accuracy. So if guys are shoving their barrels down in the dirt, messing up this crown in any way, and that gas can expand properly, you're not gonna get very good accuracy for a long term. So Kimber did a really good job on that, and the fluting on the barrel.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about this a lot, but the weight of the gun, even with the light and the optic, full-size optic.
It's purposely done. Like, they're looking for all the ways that they can get the weight down. And then again, like I said, when we were doing, I think our initial shots are the bill drills. I don't really, you were saying the Wilsons are pretty much the only other ones on the market that do like a double stack full metal frame.
Yeah, correct. Like mainstream that I know about, they're the only ones doing it in this size meant for carry. Because guys still carry, like, I mean, you've carried a full-size 2011. Like, guys do that, you know, you can. But this is purpose-built. Lighter weight, same trigger, and the capacity is, that's 18
And
rounds.
I'm not sure exactly on the price point, like I'm sure in the specs we go over it, but I want to say this one with the rails around like 17 or 18, which is going to be over $1,000 less than another double stacked all metal frame, correct?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely competitive in that market. I think us giving our impressions on being able to shoot it and tell people how it performs is going to really help the gun out, because it is a new Contender, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it's a new.
I remember on the first one, people were talking about the grips not being aggressive enough. To me, I didn't notice any issues. Like, there's texturing. Don't get me wrong. It's not like a heavy stipple. It's not like grip tape texture. It's not it's not like G10, like VZ grips or anything like that. But it has enough texture to where it's. I didn't notice any play in my grip. I was able to get a nice firm grip on it. You guys can see right here in these fast shots we did, like recoil mitigation wasn't difficult at all. So I didn't notice any issues with the texturing and the grip. But if you're somebody that likes a super aggressive one, you might want to switch out these panels.
Which you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these panels are removable. I'm sure there's thinner ones out there. Like, you can contour this to your liking. And it's probably not going to be as expensive as sending off a polymer frame.
Sure.
Custom stipple with undercuts and everything. You can make this to your liking. And already how this is set up, just with the light and that, I mean, it will shoot like a full-size gun.
So yeah, guys, in my opinion, if you're looking at this one between this and the first KDS9c, which I know it's more of like purist, more true to the 1911 form factor with no ambi safety, no rail, just in my opinion, those are things that are a must for me in a carry gun. I'm glad that they did a rail version of the gun, and I'm glad. Good on Kimber for listening to their customer base and saying, yeah. I mean, it was in the same year, which is unheard of in our industry. So if you guys are looking at it, let us know what you think down below in the comment section. Would you pick this up? Would you not pick it up? Why would you? Why would you not? And we appreciate you guys checking out the video.
Thanks.